What's going on? What's going on? Who we got in here? Check in, check in. If y'all with me, check in. Glad to see y'all back for day two. Tonight we got oh yeah, make sure you guys like this so it lets YouTube will let others know that we in here, that we live, that we chopping it up. Tonight is shop talk, so whatever y'all want to talk about, we're gonna treat it like the barbershop. If y'all want to know what I think about, I don't know, anything from it's just like the shop. So in the shop, man, we talk politics, we talk spirituality, we talk everything, man. Whatever's going on in media, Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, Jerry Jones, whatever y'all think, man. Y'all want to talk NBA? Like this is how it is in the shop, man. So I'm here. What's going on, Paige? Hey, I realized that last night some of you guys were commenting and I couldn't see it, so I didn't get to address what you guys were saying. So I got it pulled up here. So anything that you guys want to say, put it in the chat and I can see it now. And we just gonna chop it up tonight, man. It ain't gotta be long, but it can be as long as y'all want. Like whatever y'all want to talk about. It could be barbering. It could be just not even barbering related. Nico, what's going on, man? Been a minute. Missing y'all, man. Missing the squad. But I don't know if you know, Nico, we doing Vlogmas. So today is day two. I'm going to be on every single day, just like I did last year and the year before that. And then we're going to get the new year rolling with constant videos, guys. Maybe once every 2 weeks. So it's not going to be like, I'm not going to drop like everyday videos. But I just want to make sure that I am making content for you guys. So I finally have some time. I changed my schedule around. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but I do have the time for it. I'm also hitting the gym. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind my wife's shaker. Yeah. Mine was dirty, but yeah, so it's crazy. Like I'm hitting the gym. It's wild. I ain't never worked out like this in my life. I'm hitting that joint like 6 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. I do the mornings, and I just hit the weights, and then Sundays I go in there and it's straight hoop, like cardio only. What's going on, Cruz? Mr. Torres, welcome back. Welcome back. My opinion on floating lever or click lever. All right, so we're gonna start off with a barbering conversation. So I think floating lever and click lever both have their benefits. Um, I think that it matters more to newer barbers than it does when I think about the click lever. I feel like it matters more to newer barbers because man, when I'm going like with my masters or some seniors, like I know exactly where I'm at. Like I don't look. It's not like, oh man, I gotta see where I'm at. Like once you're doing it a while, you're not gonna need that whole system of demarcation, marks, indicators to show you where you're at. So you'll just know, like you can feel it. Okay, I'm halfway. All right, I'm about quarter between half and all the way open, or half and all the way closed. I can tell. Plus, with the floating lever, one of the benefits of that is that you can just move it over a little bit more. You feel like, man, this really ain't getting out. I could just move it a little bit more because it's not going into a groove. With the click system, you got 5 options: or close, open, closed, halfway open, and then you got the 2 spots in between. And so, other than that, like those are your only ranges. But if it's floating, then I can go in between that close and that quarter closed mark or quarter open mark. So that's why I really like the floating lever. That's what I learned on, and so it's good. It's good to have the click system just so you can know where you're at. But honestly, like I said, I don't even pay attention to that stuff. After a while, you won't pay attention to it. We got a question from Dan. What's going on, man? What up, Giovanni? Let's see. Question. Let's bring him up. Let's bring him up. How do I bring this back up on the board? Normally it'll let me. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's not it. That wasn't the question. All right, so at the moment I keep toggling back and forth between fading down and making guidelines. When I say down, it's definitely faster, but when I fade down, it's definitely faster, but there's way more cleanup work to do. Ooh, good point. Good point. So to me, I tell people to try everything. Like try everything. Fade up, fade down, make guidelines, don't make guidelines, flick out, use corners, like whatever you want to do, because what you'll notice is that like you're saying, you're paying attention to the process. So you can eliminate certain things that will help you or that won't help you. That's gonna hinder you, that's gonna slow down. For me, I don't like I love how some haircuts look with people that use some of those like babyless clippers or some of the seniors, but I feel like I'm doing more detail work than when I use masters. So I'm like, do I really want to use these clippers? I like how the work looks. It looks clean. But man, it just took me way longer than if I would have just used these clippers right here, or if I combine the two and I can eliminate going in with a half guard. Like that's the way I think. I'm like, okay, let me try everything and then develop a cohesive system for myself that I can duplicate and that will give me the best time and the best results as well. So I'm glad to hear that you're actually paying attention. So you're like it's definitely faster when you're fading down, but it's more cleanup work. If it's faster, who cares? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're getting done with him or with your customer, and let's just say I did more cleanup work, but it took me 20 minutes versus I did it the opposite way and it took me 30 minutes. Bro, you finished in 20 minutes or 30 minutes and 45 minutes, whatever, longer and shorter. I'm not trying to tell you guys how long your haircut should be. But my main method, all right, he wants to know which do I prefer. So honestly, like it changes. I go through these phases, and you guys are gonna hit these different points in your career too. Where I think actually you've been cutting for a while, if I'm not mistaken, Nico. Um, where like you just be doing it one way for a while, and then you'll switch all the way up. And so I would try so many things that, man, honestly, I would forget. Like, dang, I used to kill it. Like, what was I doing? And so I'd start putting in notes in my phone of the techniques I would do. Like, okay, this step right here, this was open, halfway, quarter, close. The same way I would break it down on my videos, I would just write it down in there so I can know, like, don't forget this was, like, you really liked how the results were. But I'd like it so much, but it wouldn't stop me from trying something new. So for me, how I'm cutting right now, let's think. I cut some hair today. So I had a guy who had like his hair is brushed back, but he wanted a fade on the side. I think I started off by knocking it down with a number. No, I didn't knock it down because he got a haircut a couple weeks ago. So I started off, I balled him out, right? I used my trimmers, put it in there, knocked it out, and then I went open with my what's those the Mythics, because I like how they cut, and then I put that little bracket on there so you can the stretch bracket so they open up a little bit closer to the masters, and so I went with those open, and then after that I put in a guideline. I went with guidelines. I did a number one close. No, I did a number one open with my masters. And I know this is probably going to be weird, but that's why I said I do so many different things. And then I closed them. I closed them after that, and I flicked out that line that was in between the Mythics Open and the Masters Open. And then after that, I dropped down, and I took out that first section of the Mythics Open. I faded it all the way out, and then I came back with my Masters Zero Guard Open. I feel like I'm giving a play-by-play like LeBron. Like, so then I came back with my Zero Open, and I started flicking it out, and the line was almost gone. That line that was in between the one Open and the Mythics Open. And I think I closed it just a little bit more, and then it was gone. So I was like, okay, that was pretty dope. And then I came in with my number two, flicking out with it, and then I opened it up and did the same thing, going a little bit higher, and then I put that one guard back on there, all the way open again, and I just flicked out at that at the mark between the two and the one open, and it was faded. It was done. So like I wouldn't teach that on a video, but that's just some of the stuff that I do. It's like super random. Every haircut is different. That's why I like cutting hair. Like I never get bored because I'll just randomly try something different. I might cut 6 different styles in one day. So that's me. But you guys don't have to do that. Find something, stick with it, try everything, see what you like. And that's what my goal was. But then I fell in love with always switching it up. So Giovanni says, I just wish my Babyliss had a floating lever. They not so, what did it say? They cut so dang good, but that lever annoys me. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually take, do I got clippers in here? Oh man, I got so many clippers, but none here. If you take off the lever, there's that little piece that falls into the click, the little grooves. I think that comes out, if I'm not mistaken. Can anybody confirm that once you take that off, that little piece can come out, and you can make it float without, you can make it do that, and it won't click no more. So can anybody confirm that? I feel like I've done it before. Have I tried the Fusion Blade? Yes, the Fusion Blade. That's what I have on my Mythics. I really, really like it. I like it a lot, man, because it cuts close. I know you say you're not really a fan of it, but I love how it cuts, man. Sometimes I feel like um, sometimes it can be a little too close. Like if I open them up and I'm just trying to get in the section, I'm like, oh dang, that was shorter than I anticipated. But I definitely I like it. I like it a lot. Dan, let's go. Hey man, I start barber school. You guys got any advice for my guy right here that's starting barber school? The number one advice that I'll give you, like off the bat, bro, is don't quit. Don't stop. I don't care if you have to work a job and go to school. Like, just do it. I don't know. Where you at, Dan? What city are you in, or what state are you in? Because I know for Texas, they shorten the hours a bunch, so you can get done in as little as like 6 months in Texas now. So just knock it out, bro, because you're gonna look up. You see how fast time is flying. I don't know about y'all, but time is just zooming by. So just go every day. Make the decision to show up every day. Continue watching YouTube because honestly, I feel like you'll learn a lot more on YouTube than you do in many schools. Some schools are really good, but you got some schools like, man, they're not really teaching as well as they could. Sometimes the instructors are instructors because they like the craft, but they're not really that good enough to survive in a shop. So you may end up being better than your instructor, but you're not there for that. The school could be slow. You're not there because it's a slow day, so I'm gonna leave. I know a lot of people. One of my boys, he's been in school for, no lie, we might be going on 4 years now, and he paid it up in advance. Like he paid his schooling off fast, but then he got in the habit of work and leaving when it's slow, going to kick it with his boys, and here we are, almost 4 years later, and he still don't have a license, and I don't know if he will even go back to finish. And it's like, bro, what? You wouldn't even have to worry about that job. You could be in the shop making crazy money and enjoying yourself and not having people like on your head all the time. So yeah, man, just stay there, grind it out. There's some people, man, who I remember when I was in school, they're like, man, once they started getting good or they felt that they were good, they're like, bro, if they not tipping, I ain't clipping. Like that's what they would say. Oh, that guy don't tip, I'm not cutting his hair. Bro, you're there just to get practice. Like there's nowhere else that you're going to get this much practice all the time. Every day that you go in, there's people coming to the school paying whatever it is to get in there and allow you to practice on their head. This is where you want to make the mistakes. So make as many mistakes as you can. People might get upset with you and all of that. But hey, you came to the school to get a haircut. You didn't go to the barbershop. So man, take every opportunity to cut every single person that comes through the door. I know, like for me, at my school, like when we rarely got straight hair clients. If we did, it was like Hispanic cats with a number 2 or 1 ball fade. But whenever, on the rare chance that someone came in with some longer hair, nah, nobody wanted it. They like, where's the owner of the school? He got to cut his hair because we don't know how to do it and didn't take the time to learn it. And so what I did was I went to supercuts afterwards, just so I can learn that, so I can be able to do everything. There wasn't YouTube to teach me how to blow dry style and use scissor work and all that kind of stuff. Not for barbers at the time. You trying to? Paige says, playing off of Nico, if I try to sandwich the fade, how do you know where you are to know what guard, and how do you get this barber's eye? The barber's eye is just, the more you cut, the more you'll start to see things pop out. I tell people to look. What's going on, Nate? What's up, Joski? Let me go through here before I answer this question and see who's all on that I might not have mentioned. Okay, so I mentioned everybody else. So that barber's eye is just developed over time. I think something that helped me was I looked at a lot of people's work that I thought was good. So I followed certain guys on Instagram, and I'm like, man, these guys are good. And I look at their work, and my work don't look like that. Okay, what do I see in my fade that I don't see in theirs? Okay, I need to take that out. I need to make sure that I'm paying attention to that. And that's a good way to train your eye, as well as what I did in barber school. I told you guys this before. Have someone critique your work, because they're looking, they got distance, so their perspective is different than yours. Sometimes when you're so close up on your work, you may not see it. And so I tell people, like, step back from your work and look from a distance. Look at it as if it's not your work. So you might not even be the best barber, but you can look at somebody's fade and be like, nah, he got a line right there. And you might have the same line in your fade and don't see it. So I tell people to view your work as if it's someone else's, as well as get someone that you trust in your school or in your shop to, hey man, can you check this out? You see anything? And a lot of us, we'd be embarrassed over that, but customers appreciate it. Like, they're like, okay, this guy is doing everything he can to make sure that my haircut looks good. But we'd be like, somebody might see something in work and might be like, hey man, you be like, hey man, chill, bro. Don't be pointing that out, man. The customer ain't gonna come back if he see that I'm tripping. Like, nah, bro. Like, it's really for your benefit whenever you have someone that you can trust, that's not saying, they're not doing it to embarrass you or to hate on you or anything like that. They're doing it to help you, and I think that's a good thing to have. So that's how I train my eye. What was your first question? Let me scroll back up. Man, it won't let me go all the way up. Hold on. Oh, maybe I went up too far. Okay. The first part of that was about, okay, so knowing your fade blade, your clipper placement. So for me, I use reference points. So if I'm doing a fade, right, and this is my initial guideline, and I say I'm going to go up about 1 inch, then I'm going to look and see, all right, this is where I went with my whatever open. And you might line it up with their, like, a mark on their head or something like that. But I typically know, like, it's going to be a finger width. See how I just matched that up? Oh, I'm crooked, I'm backwards. So I can pretty much tell, and I can gauge it. So if you want to do that, if you want to say I want to make my guidelines a finger width apart, or half of that, then you got a marker right there to say, all right, this was my first line. It was this wide. So my second one was the same thing, because I want my guidelines to match. It was a second, so I know within this inch that this was 2 guidelines. So I know this was my open and this was my, I don't know, my one close, or however you did it. So that's typically how I do it. And you'll get to the point where you don't really think about it. Like, you'll just know, like, oh, I was right here with that. And it'll just flow. So it just reminds me of when I started working at UPS, and I was on the sort aisle, and so we're the ones that the guys, they unload it to a conveyor belt, and everything's coming to you fast, and you're learning. So you got a little paper that says this zip code, put it here, put it there, put it there, put it there, and you got to memorize this stuff. And as you're working, like, bro, it feels chaotic. Like, I'm trying to keep up. I got packages on the floor, and then I look at, and I'm moving super fast, and I'm getting nowhere. And I turn around and I'll look at guys that's been there a long time, and they just like cruising. They not moving at all. Like they not even looking. I'm looking at like, oh, this is top green, middle green, bottom green, top blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking every time. I'm trying to make sure I put it on each side where it go. Them guys not even looking. They like, they talking, having conversations. They see it on the package. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how it is for haircutting. Like you're gonna get to the point where you're not gonna really think about it. Like you'll be an autopilot. You'll look up. It's like driving home sometimes. You're like, dang, I'm already home. I don't even remember stopping by this place or that place. I didn't see none of that, and I'm already here. And honestly, like that's what haircutting is. That's what anything. It's repetition, and repetition over time, man. You're gonna look up and be a beast. Honestly. Um, seeing Joski, Nate. Welcome back, Nate. How do you feel about the half attack? All right, you're gonna have to explain the half attack because I don't know all these barber terms. Like everything ain't is not a legit thing. Some things like guys just say it and then you're gonna assume that oh this is what all barbers say, or they might say it and people it people run with it. But I never heard that half attack, so you got to explain that. Um, no problem, Nico. No problem at all. They don't. I wish it did. Oh, that's Stylecraft Gamma removable click lever. Okay. Saved up all year to pay 12,000 cash. Let's go, bro. That's how you do it right there, man. Oh, you're in Washington State? Yes, yes, that's right. Only 1,000 hours. So we needed 1,500 hours when I was in school. Yeah, that was a long time. You can be a police officer in like 300 hours or something like that. All right, he says the fact that you remember that I've been cutting for a while and I haven't hopped on a chat in a long time now is dope, and I respect you a lot. And you got a lot of game to give and a lot of knowledge. Hey, bro, like I don't know, it's a blessing, man, to really be able to remember. My customers, they be tripping, like, bro, how you remember our conversation? Like I remember Nico, you Instagram me and you was talking about it, talking about like building clientele and all that kind of stuff. So like for me, I have a passion for people. So when I have a conversation with you guys, like it really means something to me. Y'all probably be like, oh, he don't know who I am. Like, bro, I'm really remember the stuff that y'all write on here. Even it's funny. I think it was Nate. Um, I don't know if it was either Nate or maybe one other person. But my mother-in-law sometimes she'll hop on the live and she's like, what happened to the one guy that was such and such? We'll be talking about y'all. I'm like, well, I really don't know them like other than the conversations we have, so I don't know what they doing. I haven't been online, so when I say I miss y'all, like honestly, I really do. Um, pay extra attention to get extra reps, yes sir. Don't follow the barbers that's only there to get a license. Hey, that is for Dan. Says I'm going full time. Should be done in 7 months, bro. That's love. 7 months, jeez, bro. 7 months, and you're gonna be off to a great career, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. Let's see, Nate. Everyone liked the stream. Chris is taking time out of his day to give us gems. Hey, no lie, like I'm really not supposed to be in here right now. My wife and kids is watching a movie, and I was like, I already said I'm gonna do Vlogmas. I'm going live, so I gave y'all my word, and I'm in here. Carlos, did you miss me like I missed you? Yes, bro. I don't know how much you missed me, but I missed you, my guy. It's funny that you asked that question and then I see your picture. This picture is pretty funny. That boy out there got his shirt ripped off. All right, setting up guidelines with half and one and a half. Oh, okay, okay. So guidelines using a half and a 1.5 guard. Yeah, I do that sometimes. When I say I be trying a little bit of everything, like I didn't know it was a name for it. I just like, I wonder if I can do this with a 1 and a 2 and I can almost fade it out. Well, what would it be like with this and that? Or what if I didn't use a half guard at all? So half attack, I got no issue with it. Um, it's a guy named Concise the Barber. Bro, what up? You remember me. No, I can't say that I do. On to the next person, Sharel. What up, Concise? Shut up, bro. Yo, what's happening? When you dropping a new tutorial, what you into these days? You still running with the gammas? All right, so let me. He said a few things. Let me address this. Let me address this. So what's been happening when I'm dropping a new tutorial? It honestly it would have been this week, but I've had a crazy week. So I'm gonna give you guys a tutorial. Probably I might even. I think that would be kind of dope if I edited one and kind of showed you guys my process of editing. Um, but probably next week, honestly, next week, just to be realistic. It's really the video. It's not gonna be a tutorial, as in like breaking down the way I normally do, because this it's a kid and he's only like 2, and oh my goodness, bro. Honestly, when I say like man, all right. So this kid is 2 years old, and I recorded this haircut in like January or February of this year, and or maybe no, it might have been like December of last year. But I started editing it in January, and then you guys know I took that big gap. It was because of that video, and I was like, bro, the video was so frustrating, and I'm like, I don't know how I want to attack this thing, but I love how the haircut looks. But the kid was moving and crying so much that a lot of the footage was not usable. And my boy was like, bro, just make it. He just told me the other day, like, just make it a short. I'm like, nah, I really want to use it because it's really good. Plus, I don't know if you guys saw the Takwachi cut, the Edgar joint when I did the mullet like a couple years ago. I guess almost 3 years ago now. And it's at like 500,000 views, but it's his son, and so I'm like, all right, that'll be dope to record it. He brought him in. I'm like, yeah, let's record it. I got, and he wanted the same haircut for his son, except for his son was not trying to have it, and he lied to me. Well, I don't know if he lied or not, but he was like, oh man, he got his haircut once before and he wasn't tripping. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then I get him in a chair. He looking around. He all cool. He checking out the place. I get the cutting. Oh man, waterworks. Dad can't calm him down. Mom can't calm him down. Like, it was a headache. But the haircut came out good. And like at one point the camera goes off, but I'm so focused on trying to get this thing done, I didn't realize the battery died on me. And when I realized it, I had already finished one side. So it was like, man, it was that. Plus I switched over to a new software, and that culmination of things just made me like, you know what? No, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like it was just overwhelming, and so now I'm back, and I have my. I told you guys last week I'm back to Mac, or a couple weeks ago, whatever. That I'm back on my Mac. I bought a Mac desktop, and I've chopped the video down. I've actually done it more than I did that first time, and then I just got to that same point, like I think it's this video. It makes me not want to do this, So I'm about to. I'm just gonna just talk over it, kind of like what I'm doing now. Just talk about what's going on and how people should, what people should do when their kids are like that. Because honestly, a lot of times in the shop, man, their parents aren't no help. And I be wanting to say something, but I'm like, man, please get your kid. And I don't want to be rude or nothing like that, but you can lose a lot of time behind a kid that don't want to get a haircut. But what have I been up to? Man, I'm heavily involved in my church. I'm working 9 to 5. Wednesdays I do a church group, life group. Thursday I host a men's group, and now Saturdays I co-teach the high school age kids at my church, and then on Sundays I do the second part of my original life group that's on Wednesdays, and so yeah, like, and then between that I'm doing the gym every day in the morning. My only off day is Mondays from the gym, and then you try to fit in family and now getting back to YouTube. So it's I'm shaping my life the way that I have to have some discipline in these areas of time management so that I can make sure that I can do the things that I really want to do. So that's kind of what I've been up to. Um, and I'm still using the gammas. I probably grab my mythics more than the gammas, honestly. But yeah. All right, so yeah, all of that. Concise says that's tough, but nah. Hope all is well with you, man. Glad to see you back on your grind. Hey, just so y'all know, like Concise, when y'all see him, just like my first thought when I see Concise on here, like I be like, bro, Concise is fake. And so like whenever y'all see Concise like posting videos, if y'all can for me, like just comment below like on his video, just type fake. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch the video. Just type fake on there. Concise got my number. He don't never call me, bro. He be like, "Where you been at?" Like, bro, call me. If I'm missing, if I'm MIA, like just call me, bro. Look at this, man. Look what he's saying. He don't care about me or my family. He ain't called me on Thanksgiving. He's supposed to be my boy, man. So yeah, y'all just leave him a comment that say fake on there. All right, your first 6 months of cutting hair, what was your average time to finish? Great question. That is a great question. Let me pull that up right there. So my first 6 months of cutting hair, I took forever to cut hair. Forever. So going into barber school, I was already slow. I wanted my haircuts to look really good. I didn't want to take pictures because I was like, I'm not ready yet. But when I start taking pictures, I'm gonna be cold. And man, it used to take me a long time. Like them boys in barber school used to be like, release the prisoner. Because I'll be the person be in my chair like an hour and a half, like a long time, bro. And I'm trying to get it right. And plus, I'm calling my other boy over, like, hey, like, what you think? You know, I'm doing all of this stuff. And so I wanted to train my eye and then work speed. And so I did all that in school so that I wouldn't be taking forever in the barbershop. And so leaving the barbershop and going to Supercuts, I was faster by then, but I also was learning still because now I'm doing more straight hair. And they're telling me, hey, man, we like to have the customers out of the shop in like 13 to 15 minutes. And I'm taking like 40 minutes. And then they, like, my manager told me, he's like, look, you can't take that long on the customers. You cannot. Like, we have other customers. And he told me, he said, I'll allow you to do 25 minutes because I know that you're doing 20 to 25 minutes because I know you're doing something that we're not. So I'm in there fading, like they're doing at the most, like the shortest length is like a 1, you know, and that's rare. But most of the time it's like 2, 3, 4, you know, a 2 or a 3, and trim the tops, edge it up around the ear, bam, you out. And so I was moving really slow when I came in there, but I started working on my time, and it's funny because when I left there and I went into a barbershop, and I was still cut hair at the house, but when I went to a barbershop, now I'm still cutting hair in 25 minutes, like haircut and beard, and 25, 30 minutes, and those guys are looking at me, and especially if it was like someone who got like a number 2 on the side, like that supercut type haircut. Oh man, I'm banging them joints out. And so the guys in the shop are looking at me like, say, bro, like relax. You don't got to cut hair that fast because they're taking forever. They were like hour and 15 minutes, and they're talking and all that kind of stuff. Shoot, supercuts, like you talk, it's brief, but it ain't like full details, arguments, all the stuff that happened in the shop. So I was working like that, and I was only there like 5 months, but I learned so much. And I think it helped me when it came to business because I know how to turn that on and turn it off. It depends on who's in my chair. So yeah, I got really fast, and then I started making myself slow down. So by the time I ended up in the next shop after that, some of them guys was like I had slowed down so much that the guys at the next shop were like, hey, I like that you cut that slow, man. That's a good haircut. Yeah, you keep doing them. Why? Because they getting all the money because they done cut 2 heads to my 1. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in the beginning it was real slow, but you develop it. one thing that I did do to help me get faster was visually break the haircuts down in sections. If a person wanted a wavelength haircut, okay, no more than 5 to 6 minutes cutting the top down. That might sound like a long time, but honestly, like if you're talking to somebody and you're cutting it down, they got waves, you're laying that down, like it can really take 5 minutes. And so I'm like, 5 minutes here, cutting this down. 5 minutes on this side of the table, 5 minutes on this side of the table, 5 minutes here. Now I'm 20 minutes into a haircut. So now all I gotta do is edge you up and you're done. So I can do this in 30 minutes if I think about it like that. I can spend extra time on the edge up. Now I got 10 minutes to do your edge up. It ain't gonna take me 10 minutes. It might take me 5, but with that extra 5, I can go back in and detail anything I might see. So that's something that I did to really help me with my speed. Notorious, I have to cut hair in the garage while I go to barber school. What would be your top strategies to build clientele without walk-in traffic? My top strategy for building clientele for someone that's in barber school and cutting in the garage is to not build clientele. That's my advice. Because most people, like, you're probably not charging that much. How much are you charging, Notorious? Most people that are cutting hair in the garage, like, you got some really good people, I'm not gonna lie. And they like, hey, come see my boy, he in the garage, he 25, he 30. It's a little high, but he's cold with it. But for the most part, that's not normal. For the most part, we're like, hey man, $10, I got you. $5, $10, I got you. And so you start to build a clientele around that. And then when you go into the shop and it's 25, they like, shoot, I don't know. Or you go into the shop, hey man, I'm over here at this really nice shop. The haircuts are $40, bro. They're not coming with you. You might get one, you might get two. I had 0 people as good as I got in barber school. Like I was the guy that everybody called over. Manyweather, can you come fix this haircut? Come fix this haircut before this dude get beat up. Like I'm in North Dallas. Like it's rough. Like man, this dude about to get knocked out. Can you come finish his haircut for his dad beat this guy up? I'm going over there fixing it. Hey, sorry about that, sir. Appreciate your patience. But yeah. So I had nobody follow me from barber school. Now, I was cutting hair at the house, and I had some guys that I work with. Of those guys, I think currently that I still cut when I was like working at UPS. I got my boy Sid. I got my boy John, James. I probably got like maybe 5 people that I still cut, and that was shoot. I've been licensed for 10 years now, so I got those individuals that still come. But for the most part, bro, you're not going to build a complete clientele and then you're ready to go into a suite from the garage or something like that. Like, you can. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's impossible. But the likelihood of you building a really strong clientele from the garage to the shop is it's not normal. You guys let me know. What do y'all think? Would y'all say that's accurate? Anybody who's going through that process of cutting at the house and being in school and then you get into a shop, how many people followed you? I can honestly say, man, as good as I was and how people would come and sit and wait for me at school, like, bro, they didn't come with me when it came to shop time. And the prices doubled and tripled. And I was the cheap guy. I was telling people like, hey, bro, I just wanted to cut hair. So I'm like, hey, the haircuts is $5. First cut is free. And I'm traveling to them. First cut free, and I'm traveling to you. They be like, oh, man, my mom said, I got to give you some money, man, just because you came all the way out here from Mesquite to North Dallas or something like that. Yeah, so I wouldn't focus on building clientele. I would focus on building skill, building professionalism, and building your speed, increasing those things. You focus on those things, you focus on developing your passion for this craft, bro, you're going to be all right. You don't even have to worry about clientele. You're just going to go and end up in a place to where people are going to see you working. When you get in a shop and you're being consistent, you're there all the time, then they're going to be like, oh, I want him to, he's always, whenever I come in the building, he greets me. Like he's always, hey, what's up, man? Even though he doesn't cut my hair, he's engaging me in conversation, or he's engaging the room. He seems like a cool guy. I want to get in his chair, and that's how my clientele grew like that. What up, Mills? Young Mills? Concise. Please don't talk to my people, bro. Don't say nothing to Paige, bro. Paige, don't say nothing to that guy, man. He's not really here. All right, Concise says I will take I'll take the comments. Hey, if y'all don't know, there's no such thing as bad engagement on YouTube. So even when a person gives you thumbs down, like YouTube just recognizes it as engagement. I don't recommend you guys thumb down people, but yeah. So if you tell Concise he's fake, he's gonna appreciate it. It's the same thing as saying like I loved your video. All right, the gym 5 days a week too. Let's go. Barbers got to stay healthy enough to last in this game. Yeah, man. Like we definitely got to take care of ourselves. Concise talking about you go to the gym. Look at the haters, bro. Ah, man. Ask my, you know what I'm saying? Ask these arms if. Never mind. Just give me a few more months, and you're not gonna ask that question, Concise. I might even come out to old Pennsylvania and show you what these pythons can do. Pause. All right. Can you please be quicker with your answers, please? Okay. Sorry. Hey, yo. Concise. Hey, Concise be on my head, bro. 5 minutes to fade one side of a head is definitely goals. Yeah, man. You can do it. Or you could just say, okay, I want to do 7 minutes. And then I had a little timer. You know what I'm saying? I cranked that mug. Ding. But you got your phone. All right, what blade you feel is the best overall fade, taper, or fusion? Best overall, I like taper blades, honestly. The fusion is a good blade, but I like taper blades. Was that fast enough? Swag Life TV, what's good? What's good, chat? He want to know what's going on with y'all. Chris, I'm raising my price, 40 for cut and 45 for haircut and beard, January 1st. Do you have any tips on raising? Nah, man. I'm like, bro, if you feel like your work is worth it, like every time you cut hair, you like, man, that's a $40 haircut, that's a $45 haircut, then just do it. Like when I go up on prices, I just do it. I think the last jump when I did it last year or beginning of this year, I jumped up $20 on people, man, and that was a lot, and I was nervous. So what I did was I kind of like. Some of my people who come pretty frequently, I asked them like, man, what do you think? Like, what do you think if I go up on this? And they was like, bro, do it. And so I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that answer. One guy, I told him that I was going up on my prices. He comes every 2 weeks recurring, him and his son is 3. And, oh, that boy cut up on me today. Oh, my goodness, bro. Oh, that boy went hard on me today. But, yeah, so I told him, like, hey, man, I got some news, man. I'm going up. And he was like, oh, I already told my wife he was going to be going up to 100 soon, man. I could just feel it already. I was like, to 100? I ain't going up to 100. Nah, bro. But he was willing. Like, he was like, I'm not going nowhere else. And I was like, dang, well, that's nice to know that even if I went up on $100, you still coming and you going to still bring your son. Like, shoot, dang, I just went up to 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm underselling myself. But everybody's not going to feel like how he feels, you know. He just been through enough pain and heartache trying to find him a good barber. He like, man, I found what I like, and I don't want nothing else. So, my advice is just to do it, bro. When I go to Walmart don't warn me about price increases. Like, us as barbers, we be like, we'll put up signs. Hey, guys, just so you know, man, I'm going up. You know, keep talking about it. Like, bro, should you go to any store, even when I went on Nike the other day and to look at some Air Force Ones, and them joints jumped up to 140, I'm like, what? Nike didn't email me. Nike didn't put no sign up saying, hey, Air Force One's going up soon. Come get your share of them. Nah, they just went up. So that's what I'm on now. Whenever I'm about to go up the next time, I'm just going to change the prices on the site, and people going to book. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I used to be real nervous about it, and at the same time, I do want to be considerate because I enjoy my interactions with customers. Just like I said, I enjoy my interaction with people, and I know that at certain points there are gonna be individuals that aren't in my life anymore because I just priced them out, or I priced myself out of business for that individual. Some people just have that amount in their mind, like, oh, I can't pay over that for a haircut. And I got some people who's like, look, bro, I'm tipping you already, you know, and if you go up to that amount, like I won't be able to tip. So, you know, it was a couple guys like, I don't think I'll be able to come. I'm like, bro, don't tip. Just pay the pay the amount. You've been giving me 55 already. I'm going up to 60. Just give me 60, bro. I don't need a tip. You ain't gotta give me 65. And it was like, oh, okay, really? Cool. Cool, bro. Like, if anything, just pay the price that I'm asking. Like, I don't need a tip. I've what I desired from this haircut, I got it when you paid me my price. Anything after that is extra. I don't expect a tip. And I do run into some barbers that feel like, hey, you supposed to tip me. Nah, bro. Like, you don't have to tip nobody. Like, we're not Sonic, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think about people in the industry and in the service industry, like that work at restaurants and stuff. Yeah, they're getting like $3 an hour, so yeah, they expect a tip. But bro, you just gave me $60 for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I just got 2 haircuts in an hour. I just made 120 bucks. If y'all didn't tip me, I'm not mad about that. Who makes $120 an hour? I'm not a freaking doctor. I'm just cutting hair and I love it. You know, so I don't do no tripping. But I understand that when your prices are a lot lower, then you can definitely feel like, hey man, it's hard out here. Let's see. What is everyone goals for 2023? So concise. You want everybody to just hop on here and just say their goals, bro. I don't do this on your lives, man. I don't tell people to just interrupt you. Hey, I'm gonna forever be on Concise Head, man. Just so y'all know. Why you telling them about my pricing journey? Oh, that was your pricing journey too. Hey, man, we all kind of go through that same thing, man. It's the wave. It's the wave. Wavy Kid Kev, what's going on, man? Oh man, my little nephew out here, bro. My boy done graduated to that level that he knew he was going to. We all knew he was gonna make it, bro. I'm proud of you, my guy. Always have been. Concise, don't talk to Kev, bro. Not on my. Hey, Concise, man, don't talk to my friends, bro. Get your own. Get your own. All right, Nate says, yeah, bro, that's what I did. I just asked the clients that have been coming to me for a while about pricing. Yeah, man, honestly, sometimes those individuals they'll tell you to keep the same price. And so that's why I said charge what you want to charge and don't worry about it, man. Like the people who appreciate what you do, they're gonna come at that price point. Concise, how much you charge? Kev, how much y'all charging, man? You know, Kev, a local celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Overnight celebrity. How much you charging for them haircuts, man? If y'all don't know, man, Wavy Kid Kev, one of my favorite barbers too. And if for some weird reason y'all don't know who that is, y'all go follow my boy, man. He doing big things. Don't follow Concise. He just doing reviews and haircuts, man. But Kev, he Hollywood. Follow Concise if you want problems, bro. I love you, Concise. All right, Drip Swag TV said, "Drip on these." Hey, man, what's going on? What? Why you write all that? I don't even know what that means, man. All right, Paige said, "What up, Kev?" Ah, nah, man. You from Buffalo, bro? Ain't nothing out there. All right. Yeah, you'll see Wavy Kid Kev, he be shoveling snow on his videos. He get a snow effect. Edge up the ice, the snowman. Crispy. He gonna hit him with hey, he'll hit the snowman with the no drip. All right, all right, man. Concise, don't leave, bro. I miss you, bro. I will miss you too much. All right, so Kev is charging 50. Concise, man. You took the time to write that, but you ain't say what your price was, man. All right, so I think that is a good price, bro. 50 for haircuts, 60 for haircut and beard. I ain't been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Kev, I feel like I seen you in a suite, or are you still at the crib, or did you build a place, or you bought a place? Like, where are you cutting out of? I seen you like setting up something. I think you were cleaning up. Yeah. Um, Good question, Jay. Okay, so I got the saber trimmer. I've been using it. It's still not better. So, and you guys got to hear me when I say this. It is not better than my Babyliss Gold FX trimmer, original trimmer blade. I've used that blade, like I've transferred it from trimmer to trimmer to trimmer because that blade is wonderful. I don't know what happened with the rest of their trimmers. It's not better than that, but it is a good trimmer, and I can use the saber all day, and I'm not too mad at the results that it get. But I just feel like it's missing just something else. I think that Babyliss original blade has spoiled me. So like it's hard if something don't reach that level, like it's hard to say that they're good. And I'm just like, bro, you haven't beat this yet. So I think I need to. If I just took that out of the picture, I would say that that saber trimmer would be that next trimmer for me. So it's that good, but it ain't. It's still not beating my other one, man. Honestly, I love how you can flip it over and ball it out with that joint, and it's smooth. You can feel that it's smooth. It works well. Like it's not snagging or anything, but man, when it comes to just crisp sharpness, it's not touching my other blade. All right, Concise says he's charging 50 for haircut and beard. Yeah, man, Cass is getting paid. I think Concise, you just went up not too long ago, right? How was it when you went up last time? And if y'all want to come on live, like I can invite you guys. So if anybody wants to come on live and ask a question or say something, anybody with Concise can come on live with me. But nah, Concise, if you want to get on live, let me know. Kev, anybody. Paige said, I can't wait until I get to that level 50 for a cut. And cutting Buffalo is gold. Hey, that man, the man of the what is that? The Northeast. Is man, y'all gotta link up, bro. Kev can teach you a lot about the game. My guy Dustin right here. So like Dustin right there, I've been knowing this guy. Shoot, man, since I went to the last shop before I got my suite, so I was there like 6 years. That's where I met my guy Dustin. Um, I don't even cut his hair now, but look, like my life is about relationship building. So here he is on my live, and I probably ain't seen Dustin in like a year. And he'll pop up on me like randomly, and I'm not tripping, bro. Like I love people. Like the weirdest thing for me is when I don't cut a person's hair no more, and we was just so cool, and now I don't hear from you. Like, and I'll be wanting to hit them up, but I'm thinking like they think I'm hitting them up because I want them to come back, and it's really like, nah, bro. Like, how's the family? I've spent the last 2, 3 years, 4 years asking you about your wife and your kids, and you've been telling me this and telling me that. Like, oh, I thought we had a relationship here, but oh man, I'm sad, bro, because it was just a haircut thing. And now for you, since you don't come no more, you don't holler at me. So I'll be like, dang, bro, I ain't talked to such and such. Or some of the old barbers might ask me, like, hey, you talked to what's the name? I'll be like, dang, bro, I just realized I haven't talked to that person in like a year or two. And so, Dustin, man, you like in the next town over, bro. You're literally 5 minutes from my house, bro. You drove by my house. You know I live, bro. Why you ain't came and hollered at your boy, man? Hey, and just so you know, Dustin, me and my son, we was watching WWE the other night. He love it too. Oh man, it's so funny. It's the I won't call it fake. I'll respect you, Dustin, but it's some funny stuff, man. Concise says, Cap, saber trimmer better than OG power and battery life. So, Concise, since you didn't hear me, I said that it's not better than the blade that I have. And so I'll put my Babyliss gold blade that's on my red trim, my red FX. I'll put that up against anything that you have, and I guarantee it's hitting harder than anything that you have, and it's not cutting people. And I wouldn't even need a razor to go behind it, and it would still be crispier than any trimmer that you have with no razor. Like, it'll look like I used a razor, and you'll be like, oh, hold on, let me clean this up. Let me put a little something on this first. So it's not capped, sir. Yeah, Concise said he just went up on his prices. No problem, honestly. And I basically averaged 10 or more. 10 or more or what? Oh, you got 10 or more clients a day? What are you talking about? Nate says to Kev, Wavy Kid Kev, how did you deal with the Buffalo snowstorm? Nate, I didn't cut those days. I took them days off. Kev said, man, I'm getting money, man, so I ain't tripping, bro. You getting paid. When you getting paid, you take them days off, man. That's how we do it. So, guys, nobody wants to go live. If you guys have no further questions, I'm going to go and try to catch the second half of the movie with the family. Yeah, man, this has been cool. What we can do, look at Dustin. It's all love. I need to come through ASAP. Nah, bro. I'll rescind your invitation. It's gone. But yeah, no, hit me up, Dustin. Hit me up, bro. Yeah, if anybody got anything, man, he said, I'm for sure ring the doorbell. Hey, man, just show up with a gift, bro. You missed my housewarming party. We didn't have one, but I'm just going to say you missed it so you can bring me some when you come. Dustin actually, so a lot of you guys know I have a bunch of shoes up in my suite and all that kind of stuff. So Dustin gave me like one of my first pair of shoes to put up on the wall. He was selling those Post Malone Crocs, and he gave me a pair, man. My boy blessed me, bro. So yeah. Hey Dan, no problem, and thank you for the comments. Thank you for the questions. Congratulations on getting enrolled. Congratulations on saving 12K, bro. Like what? What? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. But look at that suit, man. If that's really a picture of Dan, he looked like he got 12,000 saved. At least. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Congratulations on saving that money up, bro. That's big. Like, a lot of people cannot do that. And so it just shows me that you're dedicated. You're motivated to do this thing, man. So keep up the good work, bro. The journey is long, but it's worth it, man, honestly. Hey, Concise tells me this every 2 months. Just so y'all know, he tells me every 2 months, Chris, I'm coming out that way. I'm going to do a video with you. And look, here he is. So y'all mark this. Let's see. It's December. At the end of January, beginning of February, I'm going to be live, and Concise is going to tell me this again. So I'm like, hey, Chris, I got you, bro. Hey, hit me up, Concise. Hey, you guys, I appreciate y'all time, man. It's not just me dedicating this time, man. It's you guys coming in. Because if y'all don't show up, who I'm talking to? I'm not talking to nobody. He said, Chris, I got to come up. Yeah, Kev, bro. Pull up, bro. Pull up, man, for real. Hey, Kev, Concise on timeout. He really not supposed to be talking to nobody in this chat. But since you asked, yeah, Concise, go ahead, man. Respond, man. He said something to you, bro. So Concise, hit me up, bro. Oh, man. All right, Nate. I'll see y'all, man. You guys have a wonderful night. Like, watch this button I got right here. I was just in OKC. Give me till April at least. All right, so watch this button right here. This is my Fade to Black button. Hey, I love y'all. Have a great night. Peace. Fade to Black. Hey. And then I come back. But yeah, so I'm going to be hitting that button a lot, bro. But yeah, nah, y'all have a great night, man. Thank you guys for coming through, spending time with your boy. Because y'all can tell I enjoy this, man. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. And y'all have a great weekend. No, I'll see y'all tomorrow. But have a great weekend anyway. Anybody that's going to work tomorrow, kill it. Kill it in the shop. If you ain't in the shop yet, kill it in the garage. If you ain't even got no clippers yet, keep killing it till you can head over to Walmart and get you some clippers. So, man, I love you guys. Have a great night. Peace.